Here is another reality check. If the governments all around the world are effectively bankrupt, what do you think the government's most important asset is? In case of oil-rich economies, it is clearly oil. But in case of economies that depend on all kinds of manufacturing and consumer consumption, it is actually the taxpayer, because tax revenue is the single most important cash flow generator for a government. Now, if your deposits are earning zero interest, if your pension funds are already in a shortfall scenario and at huge risk of imploding, and if nations are falling short of both cash and any other type of resources, guess what happens next? War. And if you've been watching news, governments have been ramping up their rhetoric, and with some or the other excuse, war becomes a big business to revive or try to revive the economy. In such a situation, oil, gas, gold, and minerals become the very last of the resources worth acquiring, and everybody's attention goes towards these assets and they go skyrocketing in value. Some people may argue that in a desperate situation, in fact, alcohol and cigarettes are the ones that you need to be hoarding. While that may be true, it is much easier and much more sensible to do what a central bank does. And a central bank, to protect itself against the economic downturn, will always hoard gold. That's why banks always have huge treasuries full of gold in most of the sensible nations on the planet. But here's reality check. If you want to protect your own household, you need not only more income, but you need something that is reliable as a physical asset to own personally if you must liquidate at some point in the future in order to pay for goods and services in a collapsing economy. This is why we advise you must have gold and silver as a part of a diversified portfolio of assets. At least some of your wealth, maybe just 5 to 10% of all your cash, should be held in physical precious metals as a protection against what could go wrong with both the banking system and also the currencies. Please continue to watch this series.